review on the Beauty Blender and the Blender Cleanser. Now you can buy these as a pack of the both, or you can buy them separately. Now I personally like to buy them as a pack because they work really well together. Now to start off with, the packaging, the Beauty Blender comes like this. So it comes with this plastic pedestal. And I like to keep this packaging because it's got a hole through the middle that when you wash your Beauty Blender, you can place it on top and it circulates the air all the way around. So it's going to dry a lot quicker than just laying it on a towel. Now the Beauty Blender itself is completely round. It's got no sharp edges. So that is for applying, the reason for that is so when you apply your product, it actually blends it as it goes. It's shaped like an egg, so when you're doing precision work, like under the eyes or on the eyelids with the foundation, you can use the smaller end. Now, personally, I like to use the smaller end to apply and then the larger end to blend out. So what I do is I wet this first, and it usually comes about half the size of this, and then when you wet it, it expands to this size. So then I dab it in my product, and I dab it on my face, just where I need it, and then I turn it over to the larger end, and I dab it all over, just like I'm stippling it. And it gives this lovely airbrushed, flawless look. It's a really beautiful finish, but it is a sponge. This sponge is latex free, so I think it's made of rubber, so it doesn't absorb quite as much product as a regular sponge would, but it still does absorb product. Now, the reason you wet a sponge like this before you use it is so that it doesn't absorb as much. So the downside to this is that it wastes a lot of the product. You get a lot of wastage, and also every 3 months you have to replace one of these. Now I got this one I think 2 months ago, and it's starting to go fuzzy around the edges. Now I use this every day, but I don't think I will have to replace it within the 3 months. I think it might go for a little bit longer, but it is the equivalent price of a brush. So it depends on what finish you like. I like the finish I get with the Beauty Blender because it looks airbrushed. It gives a really flawless, really perfect finish when you know how to use it. And so I prefer that over using a brush at the moment. But on the other hand, a brush doesn't absorb as much product, so you're spending the money once and not having to replace the brush, and the brush doesn't absorb as much product, whereas this you have to replace. It also absorbs product, and it's around the same price as a brush. So it depends on which one you like to use. So that is the Beauty Blender. I like the finish I get, so that's why I use that over a brush at the moment. Next, the Blender Cleanser. Now this actually came in a pack with my Beauty Blender, and it's got this top here that fits the Beauty Blender on it perfectly. So all you have to do is pump it, and it disperses the liquid all the way through the sponge, and all you have to do is massage and rinse it out, and it completely dissolves the product from inside, and it smells like, I think, lavender, and so it's got this really kind of soothing smell to it, so it's not going to make your Beauty Blender smell like arse. And that's it. I think that the cleanser is worth getting with it because it just dissolves the product out. You don't have to use anything else, and you don't have to rinse it very much, and it just comes straight out. So yeah, thanks for watching.
Read my lips, I'm into you, can't resist, you're so high.